Chapter 9. Let's look at some nouns which are called N-Nouns, because they always add the letter N or EN to the noun in the accusative, dative and genitive case, but not in the nominative. So remember, only in the accusative, dative and genitive case. And what are these nouns? Der Bär, the bear. Der Elefant, the elephant. Der Hase, the hare or the rabbit. Now, these were all the animals. There's some more, but these are the most important ones. Now let's look at the people. Der Junge, that's the young boy. Der Kollege, that's a colleague. Der Kunde is a customer. Der Mensch is a human being. Der Nachbar is our neighbor. Der Patient is the doctor's patient. Der Polizist, he is a policeman. Der Präsident, that's the president. Der Tourist, that's obviously a tourist. Und der Athlet is an athlete. Now when you see these nouns, they always add an N or EN in the accusative, dative and genitive. If it's a one-syllable noun like bear, it ends in EN. Der Elefant, EN. Der Hase, N. Alright, so let's look at some sentences. Der Student ist nett, der Bär ist braun. This is the nominative case. So student here is the subject. And in the nominative case, it does not get an ending. Der Bär ist braun. Alright, now when we use the accusative, when we say, ich kenne den Studenten, then the der changes to den, and the student has to add an EN. Ich sehe den Bären, I see the bear. Again, the bear is the direct object, so it needs to add an EN. In the dative case, ich gebe dem Studenten Geld. So, der to dem, you remember that? Student has to add an EN, dem Studenten. I give money to the student. Ich gebe dem Bären Futter. I give food to the bear. And in the genitive case, das Auto des Studenten ist alt. The car of the student is old. You remember, der to des. Student gets an EN because it is an N-noun. Die Farbe des Bären ist braun. The color of the bear is brown. So, these were just some example sentences to show how these nouns always have to add N or EN in the accusative, dative and genitive case. I wrote 3 sentences down here and I want you to analyze them and tell me whether you have to add an N or whether you don't have to add anything. Alright, let's look at the first one. Was denkst du von diesem Nachbar? What do you think of this neighbor? Now, we know that von is a dative preposition, right? And we learned Nachbar is an N-noun, dative, so the Nachbar gets an N. Von diesem Nachbarn. Let's look at the sentence. Number 2. Das ist ein Tourist. Alright, that's a tourist. Here we just have the nominative case, yeah? He is a tourist, that is a tourist, nominative case. So, nominative, no ending. Ich spiele mit dem Hase. So, ich spiele mit is a dative preposition. You remember that, right? So we know dative case, Hase is an N-noun. So let's give the rabbit its N. Mit dem Hase. What you have to do is memorize these words. Memorize them so you remember that you have to add an N or EN in the accusative, dative and genitive case. Now you notice that word they had, I wrote it on the side here because the gentleman is doing something slightly different. So if we say, ich sehe, I see the man, ich sehe den Herrn, just gets an N. However, if we say that you see the gentleman, that you see more than one, die Herren, then it gets an EN. That's why I singled it out. In the singular, it just gets an N. In the plural, it has to add an EN. This is not very difficult. It's a very easy concept. Just memorize the words. You probably know most of them already. And remember that they add N or EN in the accusative, dative, and genitive case.